love.
How
How are
are
you?
you? How are you doing today?
Good. Listen, super excited to talk to you because, honey, I don't know what's been going on, where I've been, but baby, I damn dived into Sinful Minds.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, I'm 86% in. Don't tell me the end.
I won't.
But girl, what's going on in your brain? But we'll get to that in just a minute. So let me tell you how this is gonna go.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna introduce you. We'll talk a little bit about the book. Just a couple of questions, cause you got me, over here sliding down walls and carrying on because I got questions. And then we'll talk about you as an author, what you like and what you dislike as far as being an author. I don't try and dive too much into your personal life because that's your business. And then she
Gotcha.
want to tell it.
Got you. Unless I start spilling it, running my mouth.
Yes. Now, if you want to tell it, that is on you. So we're going to play a game of this or that. And then we're going to let you have your day.
All right. I'm excited.
All right. So if you don't know, this beautiful lady next to me she's the author and it's called Sinful Minds, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this was records. First of all, this is author Kendra Nicole. Welcome to the BookedandBizzie podcast.
Thank you
Before
for
I get
having
started,
me.
because I'm too excited. Ma'am, what made you breed sinning and church together?
Well, um, yeah, I mean, when I decided to do the idea, everybody thought I was crazy as hell. I don't know. This woman just came to me with those loafers, Mary. I was sitting on my couch and it was like, hey, my name is Mary Lamb. Who the hell are you? I didn't know that she was going to change the trajectory of my career, though.
Listen, we was talking about you, not bad. We was talking about you. I was telling them that you were coming up on a podcast. Storm and Shadow, you've got to read. Not her new work, and you get to that too, but you've got to read Sinful Minds. You've got to read it. So I started reading it. Baby, I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it keeps you up. It keeps you up.
What was so Mary Lamb and Sincere have a rocky beginning.
Because you don't know.
And she throwing oil everywhere. She throwing oil everywhere.
Every damn way.
With her prayer cloth.
And praying at the same time like she right. She cuts up. She cuts up.
What is wrong with you?
Well, that's what you want to do with some people in your life. So I got the heathens. That's what I call them.
Oh my God, I laughed so hard because she started throwing that oil. And okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen any of my videos, but I got a church persona and I put my Sunday hats on when the book is a 5-star. And I'm gonna pray you through that. I'm gonna pray you through that review.
Listen, I love that. When I tell you, so many people just love that book. They couldn't believe she kept throwing that damn oil.
But he married her.
And love her to death. He loved his lamb. He crazy as hell too.
But okay, so they trauma bonded, not knowing that they trauma bonded.
They did because he was originally introduced and caught up in the rhythm as a rapper. And I was like, I gotta figure out what to do with him. And then he just became the crazy thing. That's a spinoff book. And so he just became a big personality. He was rude and nasty. And, to be honest with you, like I love DMX, God rest his soul. I love DMX. And I followed his journey. And what I know about him is love of God. And he loved God and he knew the Bible and he had conviction. A lot of people don't have that. And so for me, he was like embodied and sinful in my mind. Like in my mind, the spirituality of being a rapper who have demons who want to get better. And so when he met that lamb, but she had her own shit.
So Mary had a little lamb.
She did. And I don't know why the hell I married Murray Lamb, but I said, oh, wait, I'm a lamb all the way to the bank.
So that her grandmother was crazy as all get out.
Oh, she crazy. I mean, she was. People don't know that you know people like that in real life. Like it's people that I know. I ain't gonna say a name. I got a family member like that, and it's like, damn, go live. Never live. Still won't live. Won't live in her 50s. Won't live. Won't go live. No, just scared of everything and won't live. And all she know, and I know I love my Jesus. I love my God, but that's all she knows.
I don't think there's anything wrong with living and still knowing the Lord. Now, I know that I probably backslid, but I think I know my Bible pretty well. If I don't know it, I know how to get in touch with somebody who know the Bible a little bit better than me and that I have a great relationship with. But I also know how to do my own research on my part. I know how to find scripture and stuff like that. But I also live. And I personally don't subscribe to making people bend at my will. I will suggest things. I know, like with certain people, you're telling me no now, but I know we're gonna think about it later. She on this podcast in the comments. Storm. But I know that you can't force feed somebody your beliefs. And if you want like I try not to force feed my kids their beliefs. I want them to come to it on their own. I do introduce them to it so that you know it, but when you're ready to get to it, and don't think that I'm not praying that they come to it, but I try not to force feed them to it. Absolutely. And I don't force feed my friends and I don't force feed my family, but I know that when something is wrong, the only person I can count on is him upstairs. So that's a Nicole-ism. You know what I'm saying? But this book brought so much joy to me.
I'm so glad.
Because you can see the change once he gave in to her.
Yes. He was an asshole.
I need you to go out and put that oil on your head. I need you protected.
Hey, she wouldn't let him go nowhere. You won't be smacking crack. You won't smoke crack on her watch. She was gonna make sure he don't go out there. She said,
Also introduced her into
the wild side.
That behind the scenes action.
Yes. Yeah. When she said, I got to get married and deliver, but once she got delivered, she was every 5 minutes. Come on, Mary.
Oh, Mary said, she's missing you. I need you to come home because I want some.
Yeah, come on home. Come on home. I'm a married woman's now.
If y'all haven't read this book, I'm encouraging you guys. All 11 of you, I know more people will come in a little bit later because we just got started, but I'm gonna need y'all to go check this out. Okay. All right. Let me get my questions because girlfriend has questions. A lot of them. So let's just get started. What made you fall in love with reading and writing?
So as a kid, I used to have an imagination. I used to use music a lot. And so for me, the past experience of my life, you know, when my cousin passed, I decided to start writing. And I was writing, and it just didn't go anywhere. I was just writing to myself. But then I decided to keep doing it because when I tell you I had so many drafts to this, my first book ever. Something just told me. I was just dealing with the depression. I said, God, if you help me write this book, I'll get out of bed and I was signed to a publisher at the time. And that's what I did. I always used to like to read as a kid because my mother is really big on me reading. Since I'm her only child, I used to read. But when I started reading those little naughty books, because she ain't know I had them books under the little thing reading over there. But writing really helped me with my depression when my cousin died. He was like a brother, so yes.
What book got you into? What book made you say, "Oh, this will help me write"? What was the inspiration behind you uh, putting your pen to paper?
Well, I read a lot of them. I used to start reading like I used to read Casey Mills,
Hmm.
and then I like Christina C. Jones, and she's a great author. Daniel Burton.
Hmm.
I would read them. I'm like, I like this. So I started like, and it made you feel some type of way. You was with
Yes.
the emotions of the book. I'm like, hold on. And then I started reading like different authors. And I'm like, I like this. I'm like, it made you, some of the things that the books talked about, it made you relatable to them. And you didn't feel alone. And when you didn't feel alone, it's like, okay, let me keep on reading and see some of these little the authors understand what I'm going through. And then the characters just became like family members in my mind. I'm like, what would she do?
What does your family think about the characters you? Because I know right now, as a beginning writer, I'm having full on conversations with these characters.
Oh, they be looking at me, and I can be just sitting there right there. Like for some reason, it's the bathroom is my office. I'm like, I got to go, and all of a sudden the idea come. I'm like, God damn it, I'm wet and dripping, and I got to run out to go write it down. I'm like, or my cousins, they know I'm already animated,
Uh-huh.
and so I just go with the flow. I'm gonna do what I do. But for me, my family just let me be me because I'm in my own little world. They know I got little characters in my head. If you see me talking to myself, long as I don't answer myself, I'm still good. Don't
I
call nobody.
answer.
I do too, but they don't know that. I don't want them to call CPEP on me. I don't give a damn. I'll be like, I do it to talk to myself. Like, how would I do it in my voice? Like, I'm my little voiceovers. I love me a voiceover.
I listen, and I get it honestly. So my aunt, um, she lived around the corner from me. She talked to herself. We be at a grocery store, and she having a full on conversation. I said, "Who are you talking to?" Because when you're younger, you really don't understand it. I was like, "Who are you?" She was like, "Girl, I'm talking to myself, but out loud."
It's characters that we create people in our mind.
She be going over her groceries list with these people. Who are you talking to, lady? But I don't talk to myself out in public, but I do talk to myself at home.
Me
I'll be
too.
having a whole conversation.
Life decisions. I'll be like, what would you do, girl? You know you wrong. It helps. It does. It helps with the creative. I don't care what nobody says.
It helps with creativity. I mean, I'll bullshit aside. It helps with creativity, but it also helps you come to a quick decision
Yes.
because you're talking it through. And sometimes when you're just thinking it out in your head, you don't actually, it stays there. But if you say it out loud and you're hearing what you're saying, then you'll be like, okay, that don't make good damn sense. Let me do this.
Yes.
Okay. So, um, what's one thing that you will always include in your books? Is there always a message, or is there something that you'll always include in your books to know that it is you, Kendra Nicole?
I always do a message. I'm highly talk. I talk about abuse. I don't shy away from it. I think it's something that needs to be talked about, especially like with boys. That's why I talked about Sinful and his pain. I think that I'm a school teacher. That's what I do during the day. My job is to advocate for my children who have special needs. So I'm all about, and you may see somebody with a disability in my book. Those are the things that are very important to me because they have voices and they need voices. And if I have the platform to use my pen or my computer to let them have voices in the sense of I wrote about a person who had special needs, a young boy, and they loved him. He was a grown man with autism, and they loved him because I gave him a voice. They are human. They know how to talk, to communicate. So you're going to get that in my book. And abuse of trauma. I've been through that experience of abuse. And through therapy and prayer and God, I was able to work through those things. And I think you're going to always get that. That's why Sinful felt real, because I was Sinful K. And you talk about that and you don't be ashamed of it, and you don't let anybody tell you, don't say that. You should keep it in the house. I kept it in the house and put it in my books. So I speak what I speak, and my family knows what I talk about. And I want to be that voice. So you're going to always get the realness and rawness from me too.
Is writing cathartic for you?
Oh yeah, it helps. It helps me because it gives me that thoughts, of when I can't process, or if I'm emotion. I'm a therapeutic writer, and I'm an emotional reader as well. So if I'm already sad, I can't read nothing sad. But if it's a message in it, I gotta get through it. That's why I think with the certain things in the book, it's like I don't want to tell people always the triggers, because it takes away from the emotions. Because sometimes it needs to.
Let's talk about triggers. I'm old school, so I don't necessarily have to have triggers. But the readers these days, they have to have triggers. They have to know what they're getting into. Do you feel like that takes away from the book?
I think it does. I think that it depends on what the trigger you're saying. I don't want to write nothing. Of course, I won't write anything graphic with children. That's pushing it, and boundaries and those things. But I think that if you read enough of my books, you're gonna get like, okay, Kendra gonna put this in her book. Once you read my book, you're gonna know that it's no trigger. You're gonna get what you get. And for me, because sometimes it take away. Because for me, I didn't do a trigger on Sinful Mind. He was a boy who was hurt. And he didn't deal with that until the Christmas book, basically, in my mind. So for me, I didn't want to put that this is going to have this sexual trauma, because if it did, it would have took it away. So depending on the author, if you get in my inbox and ask me, I will more than what telling you, because I don't want to send you off the deep end either. I don't got no money for no medical bill if it send you over the edge. So if you get into my inbox and ask me, hey, this book's look a little got a little something in here, I'll let you know. I will give you that courtesy, because at the end of the day, you had the opportunity. You jumped in my inbox and asked me kindly. But don't bash me. Please don't bash me if I don't either. Because because then it's like, why do you give me a trigger warning? Well, you didn't ask me. You didn't come in my inbox. My inbox is always open. You can always ask me. I do not mind.
I love that. I like that. I think certain things like grape, we can't say that word here,
Right,
should
right,
be
right.
should
Great.
be a trigger if it's explained in detail. But if it's alluding to it, it alludes to it, but it doesn't really talk about it. It might talk about the trauma afterwards, but it may not. You don't physically see the act of it. I think that there's anything with children. Yes, I think you need it. I think those are the things that requires trigger warning. But if the book say erotica, why do you tell them that it's a lot of sex?
It's freaks. We already know it's gonna got me. I can't read it outside. I be feeling some type of way, all hot and bothered that I got to do that in the house. Oh Lord.
I don't get that. I don't understand how you need a
Erotica.
trigger warning to
For
say that
erotica?
this book has more than one or two scenes of
No.
compatible chemistry.
Getting that, yes. And I don't know that either. I know that means and all that. I know that's one thing you
And
already know.
everything, and if it say BDSM, you know,
You know it's gonna be some
everything
things
is
in there.
going.
I'm gonna need to prayer cloth for some more things, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna be home and oh Lord. I'm not gonna read it outside. I'm gonna be able to, I know there's some things in there. Things I'm gonna learn to take to myself, but I don't know.
Don't know what to tell the people, huh?
I read them. When I read them, I'll be like this. Oh Lord, my neck getting hot. So
Liz, you have to take a moment sometimes.
yes. Like, oh, then you looking at the author when you meet him.
Like, sir, here, now,
yeah.
let me go in there and get this toy. Something to relieve this pressure.
Looking at the authors. What kind of things you doing in your bed? Never mind.
Never mind. But some people live this life. Some people be like, I be like, do you live this life for real?
Because sometimes when you read it, you be like, what kind of organization you in? They be over there smiling. Tell my son, you didn't did. I need to send you my bill. I didn't think I got pregnant. I don't. It's just be woo. Because sometimes I'm not the best with erotica. I try to do my little thing. I got a little freaky. But some people do it amazingly well. It's like that's their thing. That's no mistake. That's why I only got like one erotica book. I'm gonna stay let it to the pros.
Ah, Escarriva. Are you an outliner or do you just free write?
I call myself outlining. Next, I lose the outline. So I free write. Do what I let the characters do what they want to do. Then I blame. I can't. I wanna be so organized. But in my school life, I gotta be organized. But even with that, it's like, no, I'm gonna do this. Do my lesson plans just like I do an outline. And next thing you know, it's like, no, I'm gonna do this because this is where it's taking me.
I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I love you. I love you right now because, baby, when I tell you this is real, do you feel like authors have a hard time with um now because of certain requirements that their readers want?
Yeah, I think so. I think I started about 5 years ago, I believe. And it was much different. I always tell myself that you people are really big on reviews and big on things. It could be a book with one review, and that book could be written impeccably. Just because it has that one review doesn't mean it's not a good book. It just didn't reach that audience yet. And sometimes, as an indie author now, I'm still reaching my platform because a simple mind can have all those reviews, and some of my books have different types of reviews. Amount doesn't mean that it's not good work, and I think that's the perception because it only has one review, but it just didn't reach that person yet. It didn't reach that platform because if one person who got a big platform read that book could go up to 500 reviews. So I think the difference is availability now, accessibility, because even though we all have social medias, it doesn't reach everybody. We have
Not
different
yet.
populations. Yes,
Not
not
yet.
yet, not yet. So you got to keep
Do you
promoting.
feel like readers only give grace to specific authors
I do.
and other and I'm not saying, okay, please, people, I'm not saying this to bash readers because I am a reader,
Yes, I
but
am
I
too.
also feel like grace is not extended fairly
hmm
and it's not extended to everybody. What are your thoughts on that?
I think readers love what they love, right? I think when you go like when you go into a store of tennis shoes, Nike, Jordan, you can have a variety. You just got to be open. You won't know how Nike feel unless you try them on. And I think sometimes if you give a person an opportunity, you might love them. And it's okay to have your faves. That's not what I'm saying because I have my faves. I love me some Christina C. Jones. Oh my goodness, you can't tell me nothing. However, I'm willing to open to learn, and I love India Carter. I have great Huffington. All these people, I love these authors. But I'm willing to give everybody a chance because I want to read it. I want to learn. Um, and so for me, popular, I used to watch WWE. I love me some Stone Cold Steve Austin. And even though he was my favorite wrestler, and still to this day, my mom is boy himself, I love him. Does not mean I didn't watch the other matches. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's it is. I think if you give people chances, they'll find new authors they'll love. I do.
Right. Right. Um, what I don't understand is how when someone can say, I'm in a reading slump. And I was like, it's a million books out here. Try a new genre. Or try a new author. Or read a novella. Or, it's so many things you could do to get out of the slump. And I
Mhm.
think like the other day I was in a slump. Not a slump, it was taking me a little longer to get through a book. First of all, the book was long, but I was trying to it was a little confusing, so I was trying to get through the book and I'm going to push through, but I needed to switch it. And so I read whose book did I read? Oh, I can't remember. I read somebody's book. Oh, she got a phone call. Oh, I read somebody's book and it gave me that, rebirth that I needed. I
Yes.
needed that change of energy. And so when I went back to the other book, I was like, girl, okay now. But I
Yes.
think maybe because I was tired or because I read at nighttime, it just did not work out. So
I agree. Sometimes you're just not in that mood. And it doesn't mean it's not the great material. It means your mindset is something different. Because like it goes back to energy reading and a mood reading. I like what you're saying, but maybe I'm not understanding it. Let me put it down. I'm not going to get in the groups and tell us not to read after 10%. Not yet. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is let me find somebody else who I like to read right now. Get refreshed and then come back and see if I like it. And be like, okay, because you might miss out on the gym because our mood, we shifty in our own moods.
exactly. Exactly. Are you a mood writer?
I I am struggling now because I'm actually expecting, and so because I'm having
I
a
didn't want
baby.
to say that online because I didn't know how you felt, but congratulations.
Thank you. And so my mood has been shifty. My baby's like, I don't want you to write, but I want to write. But and I feel bad because I'm used to writing with my people and texting and like, oh, you writing, and it's like I'm trying, but my mood is shifty. He doesn't understand. I get a good check for this. So for me, and I love to do it, but I can't. My mood is like, oh God. So I am a mood writer.
Well, we're gonna pray that it comes to you,
Yes, it's
and
coming.
baby will say, okay, it's time. You can go ahead and do what you got to do because
It's
I'm
time.
making my appearance.
I gotta have a book to show. I got like 3 books due.
Oscar Reuben. All right. Let's ask a question because you've read a few books. Out of your catalog, I need you to answer these 5 questions. Do
Okay.
you have a book husband, a book boyfriend? Do you have somebody you want to smash? Who you want to unalive because we can't say the K word? And who's your best friend out of your catalog? And if you can answer those questions, tell what book they're from.
To Unalive will be from my first ever book. It was under K. Renee publication. It was Mr. Brown. I couldn't stand that man. He was the father of the girl, the lead main character. Can't stand him. To this day, I can't stand him. Um, who I would, who want to be my boo? Um, it would, my boyfriend would be sinful because I can't be dealing with you chasing you in no crack house. I can't. I love you and you're a superstar. I'm not chasing you. He my boo though. He my boo. I can't be chasing him. Um, my husband would be. Oh my goodness, it's between Razor and my new boo, Razor. Razor's Edge. I should have said that. Razor's Edge. He's so sexy. He's so grumpy, and he's just ooh. That's my husband because I in my mind. And you said Tango with
Yeah, who you smashing?
Reaper. He's in a Reaper's heart because baby, he was scary, and I just throw my drawers at him. Just take him. And he like to kidnap you. You know, you know. Mm.
And who is your best friend?
My best friend will be Mary Lamb because she gonna
By
pray.
two.
He will cry. She'll pray for me. She'll pray for me. She gonna pray for me. She might throw some oil on me, but I love her because she has an innocence about her. I like people with innocent personalities. Where she's not gullible. Everybody thinks she's gullible, but when she's throwing shade at her husband and nobody can't see him, blah blah blah. Like Avery, she knows what she's doing. She just pretends. She plays the role like everybody else. She's just smart about it.
I like that. I like that. I like that. But can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why that old lady have to try and come and rob?
Cause you know what?
That lady didn't pay for her groceries. She just couldn't go about her day. She done bought this lady, and you want to try and steal from her?
And you know what? That's what Mary did. Because Mary, no, let me tell you something. I don't give a hell how old you is. I'm not trusting you. They the ones that get you. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Eh,
The old people wasn't safe either.
Let me tell you something. I've seen some things. No, Mary was too, Mary wanted to help everybody. Oh, she's so innocent. No, she not. She's a scammer. She got you. That's that innocence, thinking everybody good to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How important are character names for you?
Oh, they're very important. Um, if I can't pronounce it, I have a hard time writing them in my book and remembering them. So you're not gonna get no crazy Lavanda Big Bomb Bomb in my book. I can't pronounce it. I can't. If I can't pronounce it, you ain't get. I'm a school teacher, like I said. My students, they know. I tell their parents before they leave, what's their name again, baby? You gotta pronounce it. I got to hear it because I will tear name up. So they're very important. I think your name is your legacy. I think that it's an identity to you. Sadly, our parents give us these, not sadly, but sadly, some of our parents give us this name. Is like, you don't know that's who you are. And so, like, I'm proud. At first, my name is Kendra Canty, Kendra Nicole Canty. That's who I am. I wanted people to know who I am. It's your legacy. So in my books, they're very important. That's why I gotta take a little time and just every book means something to me, and with their names, everyone.
That's what my mom told me when I was pregnant with my son. He was like, she was like, make sure that when he go for a job that they ain't trying to figure him out. Because my sister struggled uh with finding a job because her name is Adia. And they would call her Adia. My grandmother called her Ardia. Just never could get her name right. And so when she puts on her resume, she puts A.R. Dawson so that it's not a question. So when she gets there, then she'll tell them her name. But she had a hard time finding a job with Adia on there.
Yeah, people judge you, which I think is sometimes I think also it's unfair to judge because and I tell people don't be afraid to correct me.
Yes.
If I said it wrong, don't say smile at me. No, that's not my name. You're not being rude. You're telling them to respect you. This is what I'm born with. I don't care if it was Buick. If I gotta learn, it's gonna take me some time to get it, but I want you to say it because, and I notice that a lot of us don't do. You
Yes.
got to,
Trying
it's
not to
okay.
rock the boat.
Yes. I'm gonna rock it because that's not what my mama named me. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's Kendra Canty, not Kenya. I don't know how you got Kenya out of that. Kendra Canty. Okay? You make me start side-eyeing you.
Oh, baby, you feel my soul today. You got my spirit right today. Thank you, Lord.
You
I'm
welcome.
hollering. Do you read and watch your reviews?
Oh Lord. I can't read no damn reviews. I used to, but they would send me over the edge. Now it's after the book has passed, I'll go back.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning stage of the book, I don't. Because it takes away it sometimes when I first started, to be honest with you, I took it personal.
Mm-hmm.
We're human. Like, what you mean? This is a 5-star book, Kendra. Now, everybody don't feel that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Now, you cut it out. I don't mind you critiquing. I mind you brutalizing me and telling me that I can't, my grammar or this. I'm gonna say my degree told me otherwise. I knew my grammar in college. How you gonna tell? Then I gotta get offended. So what I do is say, never mind. I ask people to pull my reviews that are good. And then I say, now can you pull the ones that I need critiquing for? Because sometimes they'll give me what I need. I might have been missing a hole in the plot. I might have spelled a couple of names wrong. But I have to be in that vulnerable. I have to be in that space. In the beginning of my books, when they first dropped, absolutely not, because I'm already stressed. You already stressed. The readers, is they gonna like it? Is Amazon gonna chart right? And so, and if anybody ever said to them, "Oh, reviews don't make me mad," we don't even want people to talk about us in person. So imagine a person you can't get to, and they put your review up and say, "Do not read this book. This person book suck." Well, you ain't had to say it like that. You could have said it ain't your cup of tea. So I just think it's word choice. So for me, reviews, depending on my mood and how far the book has been out. I've read my old reviews for my former books. When I my former publisher, I read those books off from Karen Renee's all my catalog from there, and then I'm working my way through my other books to read the reviews because I do think some readers, most readers have good intentions to tell you.
I just don't. I I'm not a big review reader.
Right? Okay, gotcha.
I mean, as a reader, I don't read reviews. I don't read reviews. I leave reviews because I feel like it's important for the authors.
Yes.
I don't write bad reviews unless it's something that is constructive, like sis, you might have missed this plot right here, but I take it to the author directly and I ask for permission. But again, that's a Nicole thing. I ask for permission. Hey, I don't know if you knew this. Do you mind if I share with you what I found in your book, maybe to help going further? I'll do that. But if you're not looking, if you're not accepting of it, it's no point in me telling you. Why continue to waste my time if you don't accept it? I feel like in this Black book community, I feel like it's detrimental right now to give bad reviews unless it's really constructive criticism. I don't do like I don't like it. I don't, if it's a 2-star read, I don't read it unless it's a required reading for me, like I'm interviewing somebody or I'm reading for my book club. And even then, I'd be looking side-eyeing them like, girl, who picked this? And it's not many. I don't DNF a lot of books, but I don't read a lot of books that I don't like. I don't. If somebody, if it's a trusted person that can give me a good review, that I know give good reviews, and they have the same kind of taste I like, similar, then yes, I'll listen to their review and take it. But I don't, the written reviews, I don't.
No.
I don't.
That's the readers, because I think that's the reader space. We appreciate them, and I want people to do that, right? Because once again, we talked about it earlier. People who say, "Oh, you only got one review," that book could be a bestseller, and you have no idea. You just never got to it. So I do recommend. I love when the readers give them to me, put them on my books. I'm always thankful. I love when they give me stars. But if you give me a 1-star, please tell me why. Because but it's still your reading space. Because if I'm not mature enough, because sometimes we ain't. If we're not mature, and I said ain't. If I'm not mature enough, I'm gonna stay off that Amazon and don't scroll down. Because if I'm not mature enough and I'm gonna have an attitude about it, then I don't need to read it. I'm gonna stay away from it.
Right. Well, I agree with you. I'm very hesitant, but again, I don't think that I'm a normal reader. I read for enjoyment. I don't read for critique. If I enjoy the story, whether like it's gonna get a 4 or 5-star, it don't matter to me. If I feel like it's missing something, a lot of something, but I can't put my finger on it, I might give it a 3-star. That doesn't mean that the book is bad. It's just it's missing something. But to sit and to tear somebody's livelihood down because I'm a mean Betty, I don't do it. I just can't. Who is your Mount Rushmore of authors that are alive?
Oh, that's a hard one. Christina C. Jones. I love Casey Mills. India Carter. I hope I'm saying her name right. It's
India or India? I don't know what her name.
Baby, whatever she. Oh Lord, just I love it. I'm waiting for the next one.
One more.
Gray Huffington.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them are my go to. You would think because I write a lot of urban fiction that but I like because I love their style of how they put the words together, make it flow. It's the way they
makes
paint
it kind of poetic, kind of.
Yes.
It's like their words are poetry.
Yeah.
And even though it's a story, you feel like you're in a lullaby, so to speak, of whatever the story is. Like you're entranced because it's so poetically written. I love a good story like that.
And a good man.
Ooh,
Ooh, look, I'm over there looking
a
at.
good crazy man, just bat shit
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, I take one note too. Now you can't kidnap. And if you kidnap me, you got to bring me back home. You know, I can do. What's the word they always say? Top unhinged. Depending on what unhinged you going.
Listen, I like a good unhinged man in books,
Not in
but
real
in
life. You
real
ain't putting my.
life,
Because I'm gonna put a restraining note on your ass. I'm going to the thing.
I'll holler. What genre uh or trope you haven't written that you want to write?
Yeah. Um, I was gonna try, but I set myself down. Paranormal.
And why? Why do you feel like
Let
it?
me tell you something. The words they use, the description. Let me tell you something. I wanted me a vampire man or a wolf man. You gotta know what you know, and I'm gonna give all of them some shout outs because the way they write them books, they be having me searching for a wolf in the night. But it's hard. You have to be so descriptive, and I think I'm a descriptive writer. I do, but you have to still have that flair to make us fall in love with with creatures or different. You know, it's a different way. It's the way they say it. It's the way. It's like I know I ain't lusting after this wolf man or this vampire man. You know, it's the way they still do it and it still have that paranormal feel.
Mhm.
That's I was going to try to write me one. I was going to try. But then when I was reading one, I said, let me sit down, child. Don't go and burst yourself out here with all them good paranormal writers. No, don't sit down. Sit down. Maybe I'll come back to it. And they loved it. And when I tell you their readers show up and show out. They be having big books about 500 pages, 600. They got about 15 books. What you bought all them books? But they love it because it takes them on a different journey. And I love when people are not afraid to be different. So that's one thing. If I knew how to get down and dirty, I would with the
I have a
personal.
question. I've never asked this before. What does reading mean to you?
For me, reading means to me freedom. Because our people couldn't, they used to get crucified if we read. So for me, I know to be a teacher, I'm big on reading. If you're not reading by a certain point and your child's not reading by a certain point, it can change the trajectory of their life. It's prison to prison, kindergarten to prison pipeline. It's true. You have to teach reading to these children. And if you can't read, it's going to be hard. You're going to be illiterate. And I know people struggle with that, but freedom, because I know how to read. It's give you it built relationships with people, built book clubs. So I love to read. Like we was not allowed to know how to read. We couldn't even know what an octagon was, or so we use music as a way to communicate. But now we're able to read. So I think reading is beautiful, especially Black reading. I do. I think with literature and what you said about urban fiction and romance and all that, to me that's reading. It's just different genres, paranormal. So I think if we stick together, I think people need to know that people of color can read.
I'm sorry. We have a guest.
Oh
So
yes, of course. The dog. Yeah, no,
we don't want the barking this morning.
no, don't know.
I've never asked that question, and
That's
I
a good
think it's a
question.
fair question to ask because reading means so many different things to everybody else. Like for me, just like you say, it's freedom, but it also means escapism as
Oh
far
yeah.
as fiction. Um, when you've had that hard day
Mm-hmm.
and you finally sit down and you really don't want to watch the TV or you really don't, I can pick up a book and just escape.
Yes, I love that.
I love the escapism of it and just go into somebody else's world and just get away from my problems for just a little while.
Just for a second, yes. I
Yeah.
agree with another great one. Yes, I like escapism.
So Um, yeah, I've never asked that, and I think I'm gonna add that to my questions because I think that's important. As far as what reading should mean. I wish that more young folk would read. Um, Not that they don't read, but I wish that some of them do, some of them don't. But I wish that they could get lost in a book like I do.
Yes.
I wish that more men who read will be a little bit more outright with reading. And because I feel like they feel um that they will be considered soft because they read.
And I think I agree. God rest his soul, my uncle, he read. And I say he did before he was 70 something years old, but back in the day, he was a wild boy. But when I tell you, he was always smart, and then he went to prison and changed his life and um, became an engineer and smart. And he had big books. And when he died, we found all these big books. I love a man. Oh, I love a man who gonna read. Mm.
I do too. I like a smart man.
Oh yeah.
I like a smart one. What would your readers be shocked to know about you besides you're funny?
Everybody come here. Well, I think they'll be shocked. I am that I'm a advocacy person. I advocate. Doesn't matter the situation. You tell me you want me to say something. I think that's one thing they'll shocked to know about me. They'll be shocked to know. A lot of people don't know I'm the only child because I'm my personality, but I am the only child. Just with me and my mama. So I mean, and a lot of people don't know I'm married. I guess because I'm very private. If I put it on social media, like even now when I announced that I was having a baby, like everybody's like, "Oh my goodness," because I'm very quiet and private about my life. And so I was like, "Yeah, I'm
I just
married."
didn't want to put that out there. I was like, can I say congratulations? You might not want everybody to know.
Yes,
You
yes.
know.
I finally told the world I did.
Okay, well, congratulations. Do you know what you're having?
I am. I'm having what God know I needed. I'm having a boy. I'm gonna be a boy's
Oh,
mom. Yes, I have two cats, girls.
boys
So
protect their moms, but when they turn, in my opinion, when they turn 10, you're gonna need all the strength in the world.
yes, I'm gonna need my husband. I'm gonna say, and know my like I told my husband, I know my place. I won't undermine you as you being the father. I get you, because we get a little coddly.
Listen. I was trying to unalive mine. He got a whooping every 46 months.
Want to do what he want
I
to
mean,
do.
46 weeks, because he was busy, just busy. So sports and karate, the channel, all that energy. Yeah, it's a lot of energy. I just couldn't do it.
Oh my
Lord
goodness,
Jesus.
yes.
Um, what three things must you have in order to write?
I say physical things is my food. Cause I can't be hungry. This is before the baby. I got to eat. Cause it's like being on an empty stomach. I don't know. So I like to eat, feel full. I gotta have my laughter and my, and I will always say my cell phone. Um, because I like to write on my phone. My best books have been on my phone. I hate sitting on a computer because I'm always on a computer anyway. So I like to be on my notepad and writing that way. And it's always on the go. So it doesn't feel like pressure. I mean, I love my music. But then if I'm singing too much, I gotta turn it off because I be forgetting what I'm writing about.
What's too far in a book for you? Like, what won't you ever write about?
Um, it depends. I'm very open to write about. I'm more so not open to offend a community or people. I think that sometimes we write things that we have to do more research on. And so I won't put something in my book that I'm not didn't research, because I think that's the problem when you do that, because once it's out in the world, it's out in the world. But I'm willing to talk about topics, and I won't really talk about like be graphic about children and stuff like that. I'm not. I might write about a little sassy child or a little, but I'm not going to you try to demean children or talk about people like with disabilities and things like that. I try to stay away from stuff like that.
Okay. Are you a person that need visuals in order to write? Like, do you have to have a working title? Do you have to have character visuals?
Um, Depending on the visuals. See, back in the day, I used to use celebrities and people on Instagram, and and sometimes you want to go back to that because now the visuals, I love AI, in the sense of give you control, but I don't want my visuals to not look like a real man. I want them to look like I want to take you home and drink your bath water. So um, to me, titles, I still, it's the moment of what it is, depending on it, because sometimes your titles can just be, eh, but it's the cover that bring it in. My eyes is my covers. I take pride in my covers. Ooh, I have a list. I still have books that I haven't even released, but my covers are all lined up. I take it seriously. They like my children, because when you want to be proud of the display. I know people say that some people are title girly or some people are cover girly. For me, the first thing I want you to do when you come visit me is look at my beautiful, covers. So, I have trusted designers who brought my creativity to life. So, when you find that cover, like a Simple Mind is an eye catchy cover.
You don't
Um,
laugh.
yes, and when I tell you, and when I brought the cover, and it was a lot of, that person was a graphic designer, so they charged me out the rash. I'm not gonna lie, but within 30 minutes, I made that money back just quickly. So sometimes you got to go spend a little bit of money to get what you want. Don't slap nothing on my cover all crazy. I don't want that. But there's some beautiful cover designers out here, and I'm thankful. If they didn't use their creative and their out of mind if their graphics and things, we wouldn't have the covers. So I like 'em.
Can we talk about AI for a second?
Of course.
Is there any correlation? And I just want you to have your say with regards to AI, because I know it's a big thing where people, if you use AI in any part of your book, people feel like your whole book is AI. Can you talk to that? Just because you use a cover doesn't mean that your story is AI, or does
Yeah,
it matter?
yeah. I think that it's the creative of that author. You're not in our house. You know how many directors look up to different directors, and that's like saying I looked at your movie and got an idea. You know, with the movie Sinners, I love his name, Ryan Coogler or something. I love
Ryan
him.
Coogler.
Coogler, oh yes. I love how he shots out. He said Spike Lee was the man, and he talked about the movies that he loved. And I think that goes back to the same thing with writing and even AI. Like I like a certain cover. I want my man to look a little real. Um, well, I can't pay a model $500 to get on that cover. I wish I could, but if I can get somebody to create something, an image of it, I feel like it's okay. Um,
But they think that just because you use AI in your cover, that AI is in your story. That
yeah,
the book.
I think I just think that's foolishness. I was like going to the thing and say because I used to smoke crack that I'm gonna be in a pharmacy smoking crack. No, I got a job to do. It's like you can't make that correlation, right? It's like, well, he's a church going, he's a pastor. He would never. You don't know what that pastor's doing. So
Behind the scenes.
things, and I think that people are not behind the scenes. I think that because there's so much access now to authors, you know, behind the scenes. Because now you couldn't. Back in the day, you couldn't write no author on no Facebook. They had a PO box. You better hope they got back to you in time. And so I just think that people can have an opinion. That's why they can have one. I just think it's not nice. I don't think because that's it, you do that and it hurts the author in there.
Do you feel like readers have too much access to authors since you brought it up?
I do. but I think it's how they do it, right? Because I'm a reader as well. I think that sometimes I want to get in that inbox. I'm gonna get in the inbox respectfully. I'm gonna know the time to get in the inbox because we all are on different time zones too. I'm going to get in there. If I'm getting in there positivity with positivity, oh, I just loved your books. I want to tell you this. It's people that I went to book events when I was at the book. I was literally at the book event selling my own books, but I had to step away to let them know how I admired them and take my picture. And that access to them was at this moment. I know I'm trying to get my money and everything else, but I gotta let you know. So I just think depending on, I think it depends on what you're doing to the author. If you're going in the author thing and cussing them out and telling them that they shouldn't have wrote this and you must be a heathen, then I think then you're drawing the line because these are people, they're human.
Right.
But if you come in and speak to me and you get my inbox and say congratulations to me, or just some people, one day I was going through a lot, they say I'm praying for you. And yes, because access means you can get in my inbox at any moment and say anything nasty to me. That's what I mean, negative access. But if it's positive access, yes, I'm all for. I love when people talk to me. I love to talk. One young lady was reading my book. We chatted for a whole week about. She was writing me. I was laughing. We was writing back and forth because she gave me. She had no idea that she was making me want to write, giving me something that I needed when I felt like, is my writing doing what it needs to do? She don't know how sending me those messages gave me life, and I needed that.
I
So
love that. I love that. I love that. I love the encouragement because people don't know where people get their inspiration from. It could be the smallest thing, you know?
yeah,
It could be
inspiration
the
is a must.
It is.
You have to
First of all, you're in a field that's hard as a black woman.
yes, and it's okay. Some people don't want to admit that they're inspired by others. I am inspired by these intelligent women, and intelligence doesn't equal a degree. It's with their experience, their life things that you're doing. You said as a new trying to write your book and be a creator, right? To get on here takes courage to interview people. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do that. But I'm inspired by the way you do it, your warmth. And so I think that's the problem. We don't want to say we're inspired. Oh, please, they're gonna think I'm stealing their stuff. No, it's not. It's giving them their flowers while they're here. Don't give me no dead roses when I'm down. I can't smell them no more. I'm on the ground. You cry about she was a great author, but damn it, you ain't tell me nothing. But and so I think if you give people their flowers while they're here, because you don't know what they're going through. I'm inspired by so many authors, and I'm inspired because their creativity, especially if you survive in it. Some people been in this game 10, 15, 20 years. Some of these authors started writing in prison and you got out and you started a life. Wow. They didn't even know they was going to do that. When they was in that cell, they did not know what they were going to do. Got out, created their lifestyle, and oh my goodness, I'm all about inspiration. I'm all about it. So I'm very inspired. Here, Kendra Nicole is inspired. I'm not stealing. I'm inspired. Just
I
inspired.
love that. I love that. I love the fact that we are so different as people, but aspire for the same things as, getting, being authors and being awarded for the work that you do. I'm not saying you have to be awarded, but it's nice to be acknowledged. Um, I love to see when another author praises another author. I love to see when readers love books and they talk about it because we do this all week long. If you ain't been part of the morning collective, but we up in there in Coco's live and we're talking about the books that we're reading. And if some of us like to read online and they like to give their social commentary as they reading, and it is fun because it makes you want to get that book. You know what I'm saying? It makes
Yeah.
you want to read that book. Yes, Tasha, I'm talking about you, love. That's my baby mama. So, but I love that because it says to me, this is worth reading because she's excited about it. And the
Yes,
way she talking about it, it's got to be something. You know what I'm saying? So let
it
me
got to
go
be
read
good.
it too. I don't like when people disparage other people because they're not good. Or I don't like um when people try and take other people's storylines. I don't like when people put up. It was a young lady reading reading Audible on live, telling this whole book.
And if I can say this, it was something I saw on Facebook yesterday when people was piracy the books. I wish you. I have had several of my books done that way. I'm not gonna say them, but how dare you? And then fight and say, "Well, I want to read." Well, go to the damn library and get a free library card.
It's
That's
that
not
simple.
nice. That's not
You can,
nice.
but the thing is this: if you go get a free library card, you can download those books on your phone.
Yes, and don't copy them. Because guess what? And don't copy them and give them to everybody. Because once again, that's still taking material. When people got online and said, "Oh, well, I'm just going to read it for free," that's not nice. These, and I am not a full-time author in the sense of I work at an elementary school, but some of my author people are full-time authors. This is their only mean to eat, to take care of their family, and as much as people think it's okay, it's not. You're taking from their family. You're taking from my family. When you take free material, that's not nice. And people, excuse me, will get on here and say, "Well, I just want to read." I seen the comments, and they were in their mind. It was they were upset that it was being called out. You're a thief.
Yeah,
You're a thief. You're going on these websites and you're putting our books on there, and it's not nice. And and they probably see me on here and probably say, "Who the hell she thinks she is?" A person who stay up all night writing my damn books, and I don't want you to steal them.
exactly.
But that's not nice.
Exactly.
I'm speaking, and for all people, because I wouldn't do it as a author. When I go to events, I buy books. On Kindle, I buy their book on Kindle Unlimited, or I buy their book straight out. I am a consumer as well, and if and I wouldn't want. I'm not gonna be like, "Yeah, let me go get your copy on the pack." That's not nice. That's not nice. People just they not nice.
Yeah, that upsets me when people do that. Okay, let's shift this because we're gonna end this on a positive note.
Absolutely.
Well, let's define how urban fiction fits into being a great American novel. What are your thoughts on that? Because I don't see them in the conversation unless we're talking about it. What do you think? Do you feel like urban fiction fits the characteristics, your defined characteristics of an urban, a great American novel?
I do, because it's our reality. To me, people say, "Oh, urban fiction." Ugh. It's like a negative connotation. Um, it's not. I feel like a urban is a setting, is a city. And if you don't know what urban is, I can break it down so you can come to a classroom. Is a city, is your environment. And we're talking about things that were relatable to us. It's like, talking about things that we're exposed to. Yes, we put our own little flair on it, talk about a kingpin, but a kingpin is also a father. A kingpin
Mhm.
is also a son. His occupation doesn't define him. So when we talk about those different things, I think it is a great American novel, right? Because what is truly an American, right? So that's why I always look at it like urban fiction should be talked about. I seen something, they said a woman read so many urban fiction books in a year. It was, I guess it was like a big platform, and they basically discredit her and said, "That's not reading. It's reading. It's reading." Um, so I think that urban fiction should be respected. I think it's great authors in it. I think they're very educated. I think they're bringing it some comedy to it. They bring in substance to it. And I just think that if it's not your reality, it's okay to say you don't know that. I love it though. I read it all.
I love it. I read it all. I try to. There's just some things I can't do horror. I be trying. It don't work for me.
Oh no, I'm scared. I'm
And I
going
can't do high fantasy. I be trying. And one day I'm gonna get there, but you got to take me slow.
Yeah, I'm scared. If I'm scared, I can't read. I can't even watch horror movies. I can't wear zombies and none of that. I think that something gonna come bite me. I'm scared. I
Lee
try.
Bowser is one of my favorite authors, and I love all her urban erotica, and I love her paranormal. But that zombie, she says it's not even scary. I was like, mm-mm. I love you. And we've talked about this. This is
Yes.
something that I've said to her. I cannot read that. She says, I understand. Am I going to purchase the books? Absolutely, because I need to put her catalog on my shelf.
Absolutely support. Yes.
However, I probably won't read it, but somebody I know may.
You giving her love either you're giving her love either way because you love her style of writing, her creativity. It's just something that you like, oh Lord, I can't do no zombie. But you still showing
Exactly.
love.
I listen, nervous, honey. I can't even watch scary movies in the daytime.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, I be
Not at
scared.
all.
'Cause I be
All right,
having
we're gonna play a little this or that.
okay.
Okay. So let's see. Print book or audio book?
I have books on audio but print because depending on the narrator, it can throw you off.
Coffee or tea?
Don't drink coffee. I'm a tea girl, especially when I don't feel well.
Plot or character development?
Mm. Those are that's tricky.
The good one, right? Good one.
Yes, that's a good one. I feel character development though, because you can have a good plot, but if y'all don't like your goddamn characters, I don't know. Because sometimes the
Yes.
plot, yeah, because if you dumb the whole guy, I mean, I guess if you write the book the way you supposed to write it, she's slow or he's stupid the whole book. No, no, because if I don't like your character, I can't. I'm a person you just don't
I
like.
can't get to the plot. The plot don't make sense to me because they stupid.
Yeah, I can't. Like you just fool. We ain't even gonna get there because I'm like I don't like your damn character.
I'm hollering. Thriller or mystery?
Mystery.
A surprise ending, or do you read ahead?
Depending on how long I was waiting for that damn book. I got the I tried not to flip, but if it say something that I got to go sneak a little bit. Forgive me.
I look to see if it's to be continued.
You know what? And I get mad. I said, why they always do me like that? That's why I don't write series no more. But don't tell nobody. I do too. And then got a nerve to be mad when somebody do it to me. Why dare you ask me if it's a two-parter? But I do it too.
I look if it's gonna be a part 2, 3, or 4. Series or standalones?
Now standalones, because series used to be it back in the day, but now, baby, they be taking too damn long.
Dual points of view or a single point of view?
Single, if you have the talent, but I'm a dual girl. I can't. Just
Movies or books?
books.
Early bird or night owl?
It's sad to say. I supposed to be on work on time. I be running in the building, but I be there on time. But I'm a night owl.
I'm late every day and I work 20 seconds. My commute is 20 seconds.
Yeah, man, I walk right across the street. I'm running with my bag on top of my
But
son.
you're right across the street. It's in the next room. I'm late every day.
Oh, you know what? Well, we together then. We ain't gonna no judgment here. I had to log on. I forgot my login word.
Listen, I'll be like, girl, I'm just gonna lay here. I cannot. Um, Stay at home or go out?
I'm lazy as hell. This is before the bait. I want to Postmate every damn thing because I can't drive. So I'm not getting on the lift. And my husband ain't driving me. I'm staying home. I'm staying right on home.
Summer or winter?
Oh, I love summer. Winter too damn cold. I don't really like summer either because my boobs be sweating. But I do. I'm about to say spring, but I'm gonna say summer because it be too damn. I'm chocolate. I gotta keep right. Can't go.
Oh,
I,
oh,
I wear
I'm
oil.
dead.
I wear
Country
oil.
living or city living?
We went to the country one time. I almost died. Um, I'm gonna say the city. I'm a city girl. If I got to go, I'm gonna go. But
Fiction or nonfiction?
depends on what it is. But I'll say fiction.
Kidnapping? Are you irritated because I'm working?
It's
Sorry.
okay.
Kidnapping or forced proximity?
Mm. Just kidnap me. Just don't kill me. Unalive me. Unalive.
Reading quiet or with music?
Oh, I need you to be quiet. Read. My baby got to go in the room. I don't want to hear your foolishness. I got to read. Quiet.
Best friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
Oh, I love her. Enemies to love. What you want to do next year?
Oh!
Especially when they done right. Mm. I got one for better blood. She was an alpha. He was an alpha. Oh my goodness. An arranged marriage together. Oh my goodness. I like enemies.
Thrillers or street lit?
Street.
Fake relationship or arranged marriage?
Baby, if I gotta be in your life, I gotta be arranged. I gotta get some money.
Mm-mm. That's the point.
Cause think about it. I gotta pretend I like you. What if I'm doing this? But arrangement, baby, I know you got some dollars.
Oh, uh, I'm hollering. I can't breathe right now.
Some people parents got married for a cow and they've been married 30 years.
Oh, contemporary romance or erotica?
I'm a little freaky. I do erotica.
Poly BDSM or urban romance?
Mm. I'm gonna do a little urban because I might can't go to the beating on me and stuff. I gotta know how to do it right. I'm nervous.
This is the funniest this and that I've ever done.
I'm nervous. Look, I'm nervous. You ain't big. I can't do no paddle. I don't know. I'm gonna do urban.
Happily ever after or unexpected plot twist?
Happily, you ain't gonna unexpected me next year. You'll kill everybody in the book. I'm gonna feel like no, absolutely not. We've been reading for 6 series and you done took everybody.
Oh, I'm dead.
I
I'm
don't care if we
dead.
go through it, but you better give me a happy.
Revenge or happily ever after?
Can I revenge you and still love you at the end?
It's your story.
Depending on the situation, but I'm gonna do a revenge. If I love you enough, we're gonna have a happy ending. If you don't take me out,
Biggest or shifters?
break it down to me. What's the figure?
It's a vampire, a black vampire, or a shifter, or animal that shifts from human to wolf or whatever animal.
I'm gonna have to do the shift because the vampire can't take me out. They do today. He gonna have to turn to a wolf.
Paranormal or Christian fiction?
I'm gonna have to do paranormal. I want to pray on my books, but I need a little something. I need a little something. I mean, I'm all about holding hands, but I would feel bad getting a little hot doing that. It might feel bad. Be over there. Thinking the past is fine. I was like,
Oh, well, thank you for that. This or that. Oh, I have never laughed so hard at a this or that. The explanations was everything.
yeah, and didn't follow none of, for me to be a school teacher, I don't follow none of the rules. But I had to give my explanation, you know.
Oh,
Wow.
that was the funniest this or that I've ever done in Booked and Busy podcast history.
Thank you very much.
Okay, describe yourself in one word.
Unique.
I agree.
Me and my baby gonna have a time. My husband gonna can't say that sometime.
Oh, oh my goodness, I love your personality.
Thank you.
Name something everybody loves that you hate.
Mm. I don't know. But nobody agreed that I'm a teacher. They like, why would you do that?
I see it.
Yeah.
I do. I see it.
Yeah.
I do know because I feel like the way you write, you explain.
Yeah.
The way you talk, you have explanations. So I see it. I see the teachable moments that you give. I do, for real. I see it. It might be funny,
Oh yeah, I cut some people with my little students. No, thank you. They just look at me, Miss Canty. You already know I ain't gonna explain it again.
but I see the passion for it. I do. Um, fill in the blank. Blank is life.
Living is life.
My pen is
Unexpected.
you ain't lying. Yes. Okay. My favorite questions. If you can induct 3 authors to the Author Hall of Fame, dead or alive, who would you induct? Me too. Me too. She said, I want to be sitting in your class.
Oh, please do. And you know, I was a kindergarten, first and second grade teacher. Now I'm a preschool teacher. If any, it would be India Carter, Christina C. Jones, and I love and Casey Mills. I feel like they just do their thing.
Okay. This is Casey's first induction.
Yes,
I think this might be India Carter's too.
yes. Because that danger serious. Something else had me dangerous. Almost
Mm-hmm.
had to call out a few times. I don't feel good. I ain't gotta go to work. I stayed up all night reading.
Me too.
So my
I've called out a couple of days. Or I go to work real cranky.
eyes be tired. My students over there.
Attitude. Look, I'm taking every break due to me today and
Yeah,
taking that.
I'm tired. Circle time, my eyeballs leaning. Good morning. Good morning. By my coworker. Can't see you been reading again. Mind you better stay your lane. Stay your lane.
I'm hollering. Uh, last favorite question. Well, second to the last. Um, if you could invite 5 authors to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be and why? Now you can rename if you want.
Um, Casey Mills, she's been in the game a long time. Christina C. Jones, and Dahlia Carter. And I hope I'm saying I'm Gray Hufferson.
One more.
Um, so many. Um,
That's hard, huh?
it is. It's a what is his name? Oh my God, he's a male author. Uh,
What did he write?
um, what
Is
is
he old school or new school?
he? Old school.
Omar Tyree, Eric Jerome Dickey,
David Weaver.
Quan, huh?
Is it David Weaver?
David Weaver.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
I
all
gotta
right.
have some meal. And when you say a lie, when you say dead or alive, I said no. If they did, I'd be nervous. So I just kept alive.
Why these people? Why? What is it that you hope to gain from them?
I think longevity, to still be able to create with the times is crazy. You know, because some people don't make it after five. They've been, a lot of them been in there. You talking about, you build a career like this is their life off this. And even with the things that are changing, and even though they're evolving as writers, still they're not afraid to take risk, and they're not afraid to say, "Hey, go read my old work and read my new work." I mean, to have 60, 70, 100 books is like ridiculous, and good work and fantastic work. So yes.
Okay. Besides being, besides preparing to be a new mother, what can we look forward to from the Kendra Nicole, author Kendra Nicole?
So I say for, love to be a mother. I can't wait to be a mother, but what's going to keep me grounded is my books. I have closed it out. Pharaoh's Army. He's going to be everybody's been waiting for the commander, and so I want to make sure I do him right. I'm doing characters in the city in March. I'm doing something the Black Romance. I know. I'm doing something in April. It's in DC. Those are the two book events I'm doing, and I don't go out all the time. Chocolate City in
Chocolate City,
DC.
yes.
So I'm doing those two. I'm writing a project book. Oh, I love it. It's funny. It's wild. It's crazy. Um, and I'm writing exclusive. So those are the three things I'm working on. And I want to start re-promoting A Brother's Tea. I love that book. That's one of my favorite books. It's dope. It's dope. Funny, but YN, but uh, a real heartfelt read. Reminds me of A Simple Mind in a sense.
Love it, love it, love it. Any advice for new or authors who are struggling to maintain or just don't have, they're not seeking, they're not finding their way?
I think that we all have people that we look up to, but you can look up to yourself too, because the moment you put your first book out there, you should be proud of it. It doesn't matter if it has one review or 20 reviews or 1,000 reviews. I still have that moment when I'm like, is it worth it? But when I get interviews and have conversations about books, or when someone just write me and say, hey, thank you for writing that book. It
Right.
means it. I love everybody love my books, but I love the message to come with it. So I think if you have a message with it, you don't let nobody tell you what your message was. And I think if someone hurts your, stay to yourself in this industry. And I don't mean like, oh, you can't help and support people. It just means you have character. Don't let anybody say that you said anything. Don't get caught slipping. Do your job. I take this as a job. When I go to work as a professional teacher, even though I'm joking with my parents and we have a good time, I'm still dealing with their children, their most precious gifts. So I have to respect this professionalism. Just like when we're in the writing industry, we're still professional at the end of the day. We're cracking up, we're having a good time. But if I was on here just for foolery, it's like, oh, we got to go. So professionalism is a must. This is a job. Still, even if it's fun, it's still professionalism.
I love that. I love that. I love it. All right, y'all. She's gonna be at several events. Where can the people find you? You have a website. What are your social sites?
Yes, you can find me at Kendra Nicole, and you can find me Kendra Canty on Facebook. My picture profile is up, and you can find me at the real Kendra Nicole on TikTok, and I have Kendra Nicole on my Instagram.
Y'all make sure y'all follow her on all her platforms. Y'all please go check out her catalog because I'm going to go further into the Sinful series because it's 3 books, correct?
Oh yes, and that last one is wild.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna finish up I'm 86% in. I should be done in probably 30 minutes or so. And I'm gonna dive into book two. Thank you so much.
Thank
Let
you.
me before we go, let me give you guys next week's guest. There's too many notes everywhere.
Of
I
course.
need to put them all together. As you can see, it's I just throwing papers. So next week we have book talkers next week. Okay. So next week we have content creator and book reader Jack in the Books.
Mhm.
I'm so super excited to talk to her to find out what her thoughts on the books that she reads because we read similarly. So I got questions, honey, for Miss Jackie. And then on the 18th, author D. Scott has canceled. However, the girls from Novella Tuesdays is coming in. Now y'all know Isha is a hot, crazy mess, and the time is gonna be had. So we have Isha, Peppermint Ari, and we have My. So you guys make sure y'all tune in because we're gonna have the same fun that we're having on Saturday on Sunday. Don't forget next Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Booked and Busy is presenting a vision board party. Bring your stuff because what we're going to do is manifest greatness for 2026. We're going to put it on paper. We're going to put it in your planners. We're going to put it in your phones or digitally, however you do it. That's where you're going to put it. We're going to have some wine or whatever you're drinking and some music, and we're going to talk and laugh and get our visions board done because what we're going to do is do magical stuff for 2026. I see it. I feel it. I am game for it. I got things to put on my vision board that I want to see to fruition. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all stuff and put it on there. So make sure it's Saturday at 4 p.m. Everybody can join. I only have limited space in the boxes, but if you want to participate and show your vision board at the end, people will drop so that you can come up and show your vision board. If you don't want to, that's fine. But this is for you. This is not for me. This is not for the next person. This is for you. So that's the first thing that we're going to do this year is create our vision board. So I love that. Rounding out the Booked and Busy month, podcast month, we have Book Talker Nisi. Now, first of all, Nisi gives some good book recommendations. She's read everybody. So I want to know her thoughts on some of the books that she has suggested and recommended, what her favorites were, and so on and so forth. So we'll be talking to her. And we're going to end the month with authoress B. Knox. And then on the 31st, my book bestie Darrell is going to end out the month on Saturday the 31st. So I'm super excited. As far as events, this year I will be in February, the end of February, the 27th and the 28th, the 27th through March 1st. I will be at the Boozy Book Tour, the Melanated Ball. I will be your official podcast host. I will be podcasting live from the book event. I hope to see you guys there. A time is going to be had. Put your pajamas on. We'll go on Vegas, stay in Vegas. Don't be out here talking, telling all my business because Shakaladra's coming out. Y'all know that's my alter ego, okay? Leave Shaki in Vegas. Nicole don't have nothing to do with what happens in Vegas, okay? Okay. Uh, then in April, I will be at Shelly P's event, the Cali Author Takeover, and that is the 24th and the 25th of April. Y'all make sure y'all sign up for that event. If I think she might have a table or two left. I know she's giving away a table because someone's not able to come and they're donating a table. So, author, if you out there and you want to come to California, y'all make sure you hook up with author Shelly P. A time is going to be had. I will be hosting that event Friday and Saturday. And I got a special game for y'all to play. I probably ain't going to have no voice on Saturday because that's how much I'm going to be hollering. A time is going to we're going to have fun. We gonna have fun. And then the dungeon night for y'all naughty people. I will be at the Boozy Book Tours Dungeon Night. Shannon, that's the 19th and the 20th. June 19th and 20th. NDAs will be signed. Okay? Demonstrations will be had. No drinking. 21 and over. Okay? Y'all get y'all, excuse my language. We got guests in here. Get y'all shit together. Because the time is gonna be had. Okay? Again, Shakwalanja will be making an appearance. It will not be Nicole. Only Nicole will be podcasting. That's it. But Shakwalanja will be doing all the other things. Okay? Okay. Y'all just know Shaki is off the chain. Okay. So those are the things that's coming up. I think I'm supposed to be at BRBF, right, Shannon? I don't know when that is. I'm going to BRBF as I don't know what I'm going as, whatever Shannon needs me to do. That's what I'm going as. So the Boozy Book Tour is a sponsor of the BRBF, and I will be there assisting Shannon and Storm in whatever it is that they need, providing PR for Storm, hopefully talking her off the ledge. Because she don't like crowds. So we will be there and having a time. So y'all make sure that y'all, if y'all gonna be there, we friendly. We say hi. I hug. They might not hug, but I hug. I'm a big hugger. Y'all come see me, say hey, and I love y'all. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Y'all make sure y'all get her books because they're good. Stop playing.
Thank you.
Let's drive her up to number one. What's your next book release? Do you know?
It should be this month. It's coming.
Do you have a title?
It's a project book, and so yeah.
She can't tell it, but it's coming this month. Be on the lookout.
Yeah, and I'll drop it in there for you can see.
Y'all make sure y'all follow her, okay? Especially here on TikTok. Y'all make sure y'all give her, when y'all read her book, y'all give her good reviews. If you don't like what she's saying, guess what? Send her a nice message and tell her what you feel like the problem is. Because what we want to do is encourage the writers. And if it's something that's going to help her, then help her.
And thank y'all for reading. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. We appreciate y'all too.
Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Thank y'all.
Happy reading. Bye.
Bye-bye.